This is my 2015 WRX STI. And there's really only one thing I dislike about it. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay. It drives me nuts. If you have an Impreza, a Forester, a WRX, or a WRX STI, this video is for you. We're gonna fix that because inside this box is a big old 9-inch screen that's gonna be easy to install and get us Apple CarPlay. This was a failed question mark attempt for an Instagram video. If you wanna follow Karma Speed and stuff going on, new products and such for your car to make it better, don't miss out. If you're excited for what's in this box, but you might have any doubts about if you can install it or not, I'm going to tell you by the end of this video, you 100% will. You'll know everything you need to know up here, tool-wise, and have the confidence to do it because that's what we're all about here at Karma Speed. And this is even a plug-and-play system, but there is one thing you need to pay very close attention to before you order it. Wherever or whenever you order one of these head units, it's coming all the way from China. And why I tell you that is because shipping is not cheap. You're gonna pay for it no matter where you order it from. And those people in China have a company called iDoing, and they are the go-to for the Subaru platforms that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. There's nothing better than a plug-and-play system all-in-one with a 9-inch display to just solve our problems simply. It has the bezel and everything that fits the interior. It's great. It's everything you need. If you're asking yourself, how much does this upgrade cost, Cam? Well, it's a pretty penny. It's not terribly expensive, all things considered, with it being an interior piece and such. But there are prices that vary online, and there is a shipping fee you can't get away from because it's DHL air shipping from China. With the link in the description, our price includes shipping, so what you see is the final number. If you see it cheaper somewhere else, it adds shipping at the end, and it's just like, this is a pain. So if you want the smoothest, best sport compact website for your sport compact vehicles, head over to karmaspeed.com in the description. I have it linked below. So first thing you're gonna see is a bunch of wires. Oh, they even include a plastic pry tool. That's amazing. Then we have the little special something we'll talk about, and the actual unit. Simple enough. Let's go ahead and undo this first. I wanted to do this upgrade for so long. I don't know why I waited this long. First thing, this is really small. This is pretty lightweight. A lot of head units are big, chunky, heavy, and this will be easy to maneuver in there. I'll set this down. We'll show you up close in a little bit. There are some things we're not going to do. This is a 5G or at least LTE antenna. This would go in the pillar, so you'd have to snake the wire all the way up to the pillar. I don't want to add something to my phone bill. Not going to do that. Non-marring plastic pry tools. That's amazing. You don't even have to go and buy any specialty tools. So if you've never worked on a car before and you just want Apple CarPlay, you can do everything right here. I know we're going to need some simple screwdrivers and such. If you have a 2015 like I do, this is especially easy. Oh no, all these wires, plug and play, baby. Don't even worry about it. If you want to use the GPS software in the head unit and you're not planning on using your phone, this is a GPS antenna. You could put this on your dash. You got all these cables you don't need to worry about. It's going to be very straightforward, and we'll show you each one that we plug in once we get to it. This is the special part. A couple different things in here. Here's our microphone, so you can talk on the phone. That will hook up. Another part of the wiring. Earlier on, I mentioned something you don't want to mess up, and that's choosing if you have the Harman Kardon system or not. The Harman Kardon system is an upgraded sound system from factory that has Harman Kardon brand speakers. And if you have that, you need this. This is the CAN bus decoder for the Harman Kardon system cars. So if you don't have that, don't worry about it. I can tell in my car, at least by the front door speakers, it says Harman Kardon, and that means that I need this. And so the computer communicates with itself through a language called CAN bus. That's how the modules talk to each other. All the wires are tied to each other. It's communicating through CAN bus is what it's called. And I need the decoder for it to work on my car without it throwing any type of weird lights or warnings and having all the functionality of my car that it normally does. So make sure, please, when you order it with the link in the description, that you select the proper one to avoid any heartache. If you did mess up and you needed this, we can send it to you separate. Just shoot us an email on the support email at the bottom of the website and we'll take care of you, but might as well knock it out first try so that you don't have any problems, and making sure you verify before you order it that you do or do not have the Harman Kardon system. If you're 100% confident you have a base model, don't worry about it. If you have a limited model or mid-tier or anything like that, just double check. first step is grabbing back here and pulling up gently. This is the just grossest part of it. You feel like you're breaking it. So once you kind of get this up, then you can stick your pry tool and you're gonna want to separate right here. It's gonna pop out. Now this will relax and come out. Disconnect the wire or the display above. Using a screwdriver, I was able to pinpoint some better pressure on the plug for the hazard, because you just press on the top. And I'm gonna rotate this to get to the bottom plug. The best way to get the gray plug on the bottom is to stick your plastic tool, press on the tab, and then pull this out. This is a little loose because I had this apart when I was chasing down a problem about 2 months ago, and I haven't driven this car too much since, and now I'm getting ready to drive it regularly. But the next part is removing these screws that hold in the radio. You're gonna have 4. I only have 2 in here. Then you can get to the back and just have a heyday unclipping. All the tabs are up top, really easy to get to, and only takes a couple seconds. There's a bottom ground wire, has some sort of tab on it, and this is free. The next step is to remove the air vents. On the stock bezel from the back, you can push out your hazard light and your control button. My bezel is totally cracking in some places because the sun has totally gotten to it over the years. You can see right here, this has a tab that was totally stuck in it, but this is still good. There's a spot here you pry up on here, and then on the top as well. The top is totally broken. And I'm just gonna try and lift this one out. There it goes. This is not how it's supposed to work, but there's new tabs in the new one. That's still good. The last thing I need to do is get the hazard light out of here safely. So how this one works is you're gonna pinch on both sides and then it'll push it through. Unfortunately, this OEM carbon bezel is going in the trash. Here's the new one. Both of those press in perfectly. Awesome. For the vents, if you notice these, for the wheel to control airflow, that will tell you which side they can go on. Make sure all 4 tabs are lined up. First one, totally functional. It presses in there pretty slow and it's a little bit stiff, so just be careful. If you're getting nervous, it's definitely smooth to press the top in first and then press the bottom. Verify that all the tabs are in place. Awesome. I'm gonna familiarize myself with the wires back here. CAN bus decoder. To have the best possible audio, I want to hook up this microphone. It's getting busy. We have the AC controls we need to hook back up also. And to do this at the level that I want to have the USB for the Apple CarPlay in the center console. There's already a USB plug there, so I want to figure out where that goes. Probably won't be able to use it, but there is a product on Amazon that we're going to use here soon that will be super slick, and instead of having a wire here or there, anywhere flopping around, it will be like factory and be plugged in right here. The cord will come out of the center console, and then you can put the phone wherever you want. I usually throw in the cup holder, up here, sometimes on the ground. So to prep for that, we need to make all this clear, and then we're gonna run a microphone up here. So the first thing to do is clear out your center console, and then there's 2 Phillips head screws in here. Next thing we're gonna do is pull up this bezel around the e-brake. Just pull up. So I grabbed from behind here, pulled it up. Now this screw right here is exposed, which we can remove. Pull it up gently, and now we have access we need. Once the center console's up, you can lift up this piece of trim, and we're just gonna slide it loose out of the way. Now I can see through here, and we can snake this slick cable that's coming in the mail through here to get a USB port for Apple CarPlay in there. The next thing we need to work on is the microphone to get to that pillar. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull off this molding here, get it out of our way. Grab this pry tool, pop this side open, pull this back, take out this screw right here. This can dangle out of the way. Let's see what we can do before we go any further. So let's talk about ideal placement. So the mount that comes with it is meant for like a visor. It's probably really good audio, but I just do not like that. So let's do our own. So this thing's on a little ball head. There There's the mic itself. Pull it out of there and leave this on. I pull this back a little bit. Let's go from this side. To me, from a driver perspective, this is as good as it's gonna get. It's stable, it's not gonna shake a lot, and it looks as minimal as it can. All I have to worry about now is taking care of this wire, which I will walk it down. Well, that's good. That wire's ran. It's in the way of anything. Doesn't look like it. Actually got this even a little cleaner. This is good. Only the tiniest little change in fitment right there. That's fine. This comes in the kit, which is going to connect to the microphone cable. So we can go ahead and clip this together. I'm going to take one of these twist ties that came with the kit. You could use a zip tie, but this cord is not big at all. Tie that together, and that can chill right there. That'll be ready to go. Another cable you can prep is there's this weird plug with the one prong in it and then a opposite one adapter that comes with the kit for the radio antenna. Right here, this is what it looks like. You can go ahead and plug it into this one clip that's attached to the green. You're not even going to use this green, but that'll be ready to go. You're going to use most of these factory clips right there. This kit does come with a one single plug in the back of the radio to a dual female USB. I honestly don't have a use for that. I don't want to have more cables than I need, so I'm not going to use this. If you had an aftermarket sound system all around, you would use this adapter. This includes front speakers, auxiliary. This is also a different backup. Don't need these custom radio stuff. This is all plug and play we're doing, so not going to use these. So that makes 3 things we're not going to use. I'm not sure what car this is for, but I do not need it on mine. And these